Today I'm going to show you how to turn some smoked salmon and cream cheese into a delicious breakfast that everybody in your house will love. Keep watching, I'll show you step by step how to do it, including times and temps. Everything that I typically make on this channel is a long recipe with big proteins. I thought it'd be really fun to break this down to do a short recipe with something that could be used for breakfast. And since this is a barbecue channel based around smoking, we are going to be smoking the cream cheese. So I just have one 8-ounce pack of cream cheese and I'm going to go ahead and get it open. And what I have here is a little bit of tin foil that is just slightly bigger than the actual block of cream cheese. We're gonna set it down and we're gonna get our block of cream cheese right there. Now don't ask me why I just grabbed that with my bare hands. I have no idea. I'm gonna wipe this back here, just don't tell my wife. And to make this cream cheese a little bit extra special, we're gonna put some seasoning on it. And today we're gonna be using my honey barbecue rub. You can go ahead and grab a bottle of this at nicksbbqshop.com. I have all my products marked off for the whole entire month of July. Now don't forget this step because you'll regret it later. I like to go ahead and gently score my cream cheese, probably about every ½ inch or so. And then just to make it nice and pretty and even, we're gonna go ahead and come along the other way. Now you don't wanna go too deep. I'm only going probably a couple millimeters deep, not super deep at all. Now the reason why we do this is the same reason why you poke holes in your potatoes before you bake them. If you don't do this, the cream cheese is naturally gonna find a little pocket to burst. And it's not gonna be a big explosion, but it's just not gonna look pretty. And you're gonna have it oozing and popping in certain spots. So if we can, let's make it pretty now and control where those little bursts are gonna be at. So now that we have that done, we're gonna go ahead and grab some of my honey barbecue rub. And we wanna get it really nice and coated on that top layer. So I'm only gonna season that top layer. I'm not gonna season all the sides. And this can handle a ton of seasoning because for whatever reason, when I've smoked cream cheese in the past, it's really hard to taste the seasoning through all of that cream cheese. It just has a really pungent, strong flavor. And we're gonna have a bagel on here, and we're also gonna have some smoked salmon, so don't be afraid to really make this top heavy with seasoning. Now that we have this ready, we're gonna go ahead and go out to our smoker and get it started. Today I'm using my Z-Grill's pellet grill, and I'm smoking at 250 degrees for 45 minutes to 1 hour. You could use whatever kind of pellet you like. Today I'm using cherry for no particular reason. I just have some leftover in the hopper and I don't want to go through all the trouble of changing it out, putting in new stuff. Cheese can take on a lot of smoke flavor, so if you like a really strong smoke flavor, go ahead and use some mesquite. If you like a lighter smoke flavor, use an apple wood, a cherry wood, and good old hickory and oak is that good steady ground, great strong smoke flavor, not overpowering. So all I'm gonna do is open up the grill to my lid and I'm gonna set this on here. Now we're just gonna let it smoke and do its thing. I'll come back out for the next step. We've been rolling for 45 minutes at 250 degrees out on our Z-Grills using those cherry pellets. Our cream cheese is done. Let's go ahead and bring it in here. We're gonna let it cool off for a few minutes. I would recommend letting this cool off, but I don't know if you can hear that wind. It's about to storm. An unexpected storm has popped up, so I gotta hurry up and finish this video so that way I don't get rained out. So my cream cheese is gonna be a little bit on the warm side with cold salmon. I don't know how that's gonna turn out. But if you guys see right here, I just went and picked up 4 ounces of smoked salmon at Kroger. It was like $8 or $9. I'll leave a little card right here of a smoked salmon recipe that I just did a couple weeks ago. If you smoke salmon and you got leftovers, this is a great thing to do the next day in the morning. Super packed full of flavor. So let's go ahead and scoop off some of our cream cheese. And I'm a bottom bun kind of guy. I like to put my stuff on the bottom bun. So that's what we're gonna do. This cream cheese looks really nice. It's got a nice crispy top. And then the sides, you could tell, definitely sucked in some smoke. I bet this is gonna taste delicious. I like cream cheese plain. So anything you do to add flavor to it or add smoke to it, it's just gonna make it incredible. So as you guys see, I just have a thin layer right here of cream cheese. I don't need to go super crazy and have these big huge pieces. Now this is salmon that's already smoked. It's a cold smoked salmon and it's super flaky and super tender. So I'm just gonna rip off little shreds and I'm gonna place it around the edge of the sandwich. There we go. We have a simple, delicious little treat. Just a tiny little bit of salmon, tiny little bit of that cream cheese on a nice everything bagel. Let's go ahead and give this a bite and let's see what we're working with. Oh, I gotta get this cream cheese off my face. I'm gonna wipe it back here. Don't tell the wife or the kids, because then they'll start copying me. I already get in trouble for that. There are multiple flavors and textures that immediately hit me when I took a bite. The very first thing I noticed was the saltiness of the bun. I love that everything bagel seasoning, it has some big thick chunks of whatever kind of seeds are on there, but there's big thick chunks of salt. And the very first thing that hits me, bam, packed full of salt. And then this bun is super fresh. I recommend going to some sort of a local place to get your buns. Fresh bagel, nothing beats it. So we have soft, doughy, salty. Then the next thing that caught my attention was the cream cheese. I love the texture of the gooey cream cheese, and then that salmon just adds that nice little meaty, flaky texture with some of that wood smoked flavor on top. Adds a little bit of protein if you're trying to be healthy. I absolutely love this. Now I know I'm supposed to be a good salesman for my products, but I didn't really taste too much of the rub on there. There's so many different flavors and textures going on that it wasn't extremely pronounced. Like when I'm smoking a pork butt, I'd cover the whole thing in it, and I know I could taste the rub. But you know, you should go ahead and get a bottle if you're gonna do this recipe anyway. It helps support me, and it goes great on everything else. If you guys didn't know, I got my own t-shirts now. They're not officially for sale, but let me know in the comments if you want some. If I get enough interest, I'll go and have a big batch of these printed off. It has my logo on it right here, Nick's BBQ, and then on the back it says, "My brisket brings all the boys to the yard." And I don't know about you, but my brisket definitely brings the boys to the yard. But I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching this video. My passion in life is to make great food for my friends and my family, and to teach you guys how to do the same thing in your house. So if I've accomplished that today, make sure you like this video, share it with a friend, or better yet, make these little salmon bagels and share that with them. If you want to watch another great video like this one, click right here. I'll see you guys next week. Peace.